game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year. You guys had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Holding, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds his tight end Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yeah.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle from the 47. It's 2nd and 5. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning. Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The Cowboys at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Prescott. And he coughed it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
We have seen... And we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you planning to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this #1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They haven't been able to stop the run all season long. On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Commanders who picked up the road victory, so they'll be fighting for the season sweep in this one. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Working with a 2nd and 4. Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Herbert. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. It's caught by Jackson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert on 3rd down now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert back to the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here's Herbert. Able to connect with Dotson. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
So we have reached. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Justin Herbert, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession. Football.
Well, nursing such a small... take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Herbert. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down at the 27. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Herbert now. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So here is Washington now to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. He'll decide to keep this once more. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1st down, Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 3 quarters in the books. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Prescott to throw it. Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
Holding.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to... But I'm guaranteed, quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield, because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Nifty move. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So when your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert, this to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And now defensively they're going to burn their 1st time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So Dak Prescott Prescott on the offense. Down by 4. 2:08 on the clock. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here's Pollard again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. To throw, Prescott. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. Prescott escaping the pressure, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Here's Dak. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Commanders have just about sewn up. Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Washington, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.